Guangdong officials have been given a list of priorities for the year: boosting the private economy, pushing forward the Greater Bay Area, and revitalizing its underdeveloped countryside, as China grapples with an economic slowdown amid a trade war with the U.S. Wang Rong, chairman of the province's political advisory body, told an annual meeting in Guangzhou on Saturday there was broad consensus among citizens that the private sector should not be allowed to weaken, but must be supported so that it can expand. He said members of the Guangdong Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference (CPPCC) had proposed a series of measures aimed at restoring confidence in the private sector and improving the real economy and the business environment, after entrepreneurs across the province were consulted. Wang's comments underscore the concerns of many private business operators in the manufacturing heartland, and throughout China, despite repeated assurances from President Xi Jinping that the Communist Party would treat them fairly and protect their interests. Zhang Guangjun, a Guangdong CPPCC member and local manufacturer, said he had issued a call for help. I proposed that government departments at all levels, and the banks help private businesses to overcome their difficulties, in accordance with the environmental and work safety inspection campaigns, Zhang said. He added that many private companies had financing problems because when they sought to borrow more, the banks wanted them to repay existing loans early or new funding was delayed or refused. The authorities should encourage state-owned banks to support private enterprises and not force them to shut down or turn to high-cost private debt, he said. Most Hong Kong youths have no interest in working or studying across border in mainland China's Guangdong province, survey finds. Zheng Ke Group Chairman Chen Hongtian, another CPPCC member and chairman of the Harmony Club, a group of some 150 entrepreneurs mainly in Shenzhen and Hong Kong, said last month that nearly half of them had faced difficulties to do with the trade war, economic slowdown, a lack of access to credit and stricter regulations. Chen said 10% of the club's members had run into very big problems in these areas. He urged the government, banks and tax bureaus to help rather than hinder private businesses. In his speech, Wang also underscored the need to move forward with the Bay Area project linking Hong Kong, Macau and 9 cities in Guangdong to create a powerhouse for economic growth. A long-awaited blueprint for the scheme is expected to be unveiled next month. As of Sunday, 140 of the Guangdong CPPCC's 849 proposals for this year were related to that project, according to the political advisory body's website. Wang said it was a great opportunity for the province, and the advisory body would urge Beijing to free up resources for the scheme as soon as possible. It has been more than 3 years since the Greater Bay Area was first mentioned in a development action plan, jointly outlined by China's top authorities for economic planning, commerce and foreign affairs. The blueprint was expected to be released early last year but has been delayed by the trade war with Washington. But it has also raised concerns that the strong development push in the southern part of the province would exacerbate its wealth gap and regional imbalances. Ma Qingliang, a provincial CPPCC member from Shantou, said despite big investments, there had been no change in that situation. We are concerned that the rapid development of the Greater Bay Area will see young workers and capital leaving the poorer rural regions in the province's north, east and west, Ma said. The big wealth gap and development imbalance, which is deeply rooted and a huge headache for Guangdong, reflects a wider divide on the mainland between urban areas and the hinterland provinces. China's tech hub Shenzhen misses growth target but leapfrogs Hong Kong into Asia's top 5. Mayor says Shenzhen's per capita gross domestic product is now on a par with Portugal's, Ma said. But the economies of 11 other cities in the province, Meizhou, Maoming, Jiang, Zhangjiang, Shanwei, Shaoguan, Zhanjiang, Chaozhou, Shantou, Yunfu and Heiyuan, were all below the national average last year. Per capita GDP in the cities of Meizhou, Heiyuan, Shanwei and Yunfu was below that of the country's most impoverished province, Guangzhou, in 2018. The poorer areas of Guangdong feel powerless about trying to catch up with the Greater Bay Area, Ma said. It's not possible for them to attract enough capital and talent.